Dan, thanks very much. Hello, good evening everybody. Welcome to the Santiago Bernabeu. We're in the Spanish capital for the penultimate game of the weekend in La Liga. We're live on TalkSport 2 for Real Madrid against Real Sociedad. Well, that 1-1 draw for Barcelona, coupled with Sevilla's 3-1 defeat, will do just nicely for Madrid ahead of this one as they sit top of La Liga with a 1-point cushion. They know they can extend it to 4 here in the knowledge they still have a game in hand over their title rivals, with both teams embarking on the second half of the season here tonight. However, it's not going to be particularly great for Las Blancas with their unbeaten run over. Zinedine Zidane is having his future questioned for the first time after their Copa del Rey exit against Celta Vigo this week. Their win against Malaga last weekend is their only victory in their last 5 games in all competitions, and they are ravaged by injuries as well as they welcome a Sociedad side that are having a terrific season. The visitors started the weekend in 5th, 8 points behind Real, and putting their 5-2 thrashing and cup exit at Barca on Thursday aside, they've won 4 of their last 5 in the league as they continue to climb the table. Eusebio Sacristan can put all his resources into the league now as they chase a Champions League spot in the games that remain. His side's points haul so far is their best return since the 2002-03 season when they went on to finish second in the league. Feels a long time ago now. The two sides out on the pitch here at the Bernabeu. We're just a couple of minutes from getting underway. There's going to be a mini presentation as well before kick-off as both sides celebrate the Chinese New Year. The Madrid players posing for a team photo at the moment in front of a little board which says Happy New Year. And I'm informed, Clive, that these two sets of players are going to pose with a giant Toblerone in order to celebrate this momentous occasion. Did you ever do that in your playing days?
No, I didn't, no, but I'm glad to see this huge Toblerone.
Well, we're all waiting for it to emerge. It hasn't come out just yet. There's probably an army of people carrying it down the tunnel, but just as we wait for that, I'll take you through the two sets of team news. First off, for Real Madrid, 3 changes from the 2-2 draw in the Cup made by Zinedine Zidane. Kiko Garcia replaced in goal by Keylor Navas. Isco and Asensio drop out. Rafael Varane is back, and Lucas Vázquez also starts for the home side. 4 changes made by the away side. Yuri Berachiche suspended, so he drops out. Joseba Zaldúa comes in. Artis Elustondo, Xavi Prieto and Carlos Vela drop out. Kevin Rodriguez, Sergio Canales and Juanmi, the former Southampton man, come into the side. Zinedine Zidane out on the touchline waiting for this one to get underway in his Mac. His bald head getting very wet this evening. The referee to tonight is Mario Melo Lopez, just counting up the players on either side, and we're just about to get ready. We're not going to see the Toblerone, Clive. I'm afraid he's not coming out for now.
No, I'm pleased in a way.
That is not going to happen. What is going to happen, hopefully, is a great game of football as first hosts fifth. The two sides coming into the weekend in those positions, and they've held on to their places with the results elsewhere. Sociedad will get us underway here. A rare sight as 2 players stand over the ball for kick-off these days. It's just coming up to 8:45 in Spain, and Sociedad get us started. Straight away, the ball is played back to the left back Rodriguez, and he's back with the goalkeeper Rulli. What do you think Zidane will have said to his players in the dressing room before this? Carry on doing what you've done so well in that 40-game unbeaten run? Or do you think maybe a slight change of tact?
It might have reminded them of it, but I think the players are probably well aware that they need to get back on form. I think it's about what they do with the ball, though. I think when Madrid are in good form, I think it's how they deliver the ball, and they've got the players to score goals even with the injuries that they've got. But I think from Sociedad's point of view, they want to keep them at bay. I think they've got to try and quiet the crowd. I think that might be almost impossible here, but if they can get the crowd on, quiet as possible, really, and just try and build from there, but don't want to give anything silly away too early.
The early possession has been enjoyed here by Sociedad, who come forward. Varane intercepts for Real Madrid. I'll take you through the full 11s just as soon as we get a break in play. Vázquez here goes back to Danilo, who scored that own goal against Celta on Wednesday evening. Very unfortunate it was as well. Sociedad in possession on the left-hand side as they attack from right to left in front of us in this first half. We played just over a minute here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 0, Real Sociedad 0. Zinedine Zidane's 61st game in charge. He's only won 43 of them so far. Looking for number 44 here tonight. Real Madrid have the ball back now. First period of possession for them as it's played square from Casemiro to Sergio Ramos. Back square from him to Varane, who walks it out of defence but then plays it back again to Ramos.
Well, it was a good start by Real Sociedad, wasn't it? First 90 seconds or so, you just thought they look nice and comfortable, at ease with the ball. And of course, it's about Madrid when they're in possession and when they start coming forward, do they close all those gaps off?
And they've found a gap down the right-hand side here, Real Madrid. They're through down the right-hand side with Benzema. Ronaldo's making tracks in the middle. It's Karim Benzema who cuts it back, and it's gone past Ronaldo. It'll be picked up on the left-hand side now. Taken by Lucas Vazquez. He lays it back. Out there with him is number 6, Nacho. Crossed into the middle again. Benzema and Ronaldo lurking near the penalty spot, but Sociedad will bring it away.
So what a chance that was for Real Madrid. And just as I was saying, they're okay with the ball, Real Sociedad, but as soon as they lost possession, they got themselves back into position, but they were pulled out of position massively, especially down their left side, Real Sociedad. And all of a sudden, I thought Benzema should have put the ball in the first time. If he had done, Ronaldo was on.
It's a free kick given here by the referee. A slight pullback by the Sociedad midfielder there. That's Yeramendi, who anchors things at the base for Sacristan's side. Seeing the replay now, the ball was fed forward by Cruz, but he was just tugged back and a free kick given.
Actually, just seeing it from a different angle as well. Actually, there was no contact there. He's unlucky, but they've won the ball back, Sociedad.
They come forward down the left-hand side. Attacking is David Zuratuza. Zuratuza shielding the ball away there from two Real Madrid players as Danilo came back in. He was out of position originally. Real have the ball now. Madrid, I should say, sorry. Battle of the Royals tonight. Sociedad travelling to Madrid. Ronaldo loses the ball. Sociedad bring the ball away. Come forward, and the ball in between two defenders is well played by Raul Navas. Attacking down the right-hand side is Oyarzabal, who's into the area here. Real chance for Sociedad. And Varane clears the ball away as it was cut back towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Suddenly found themselves in on goal there, Sociedad. They come forward down the right again here as Real Madrid get players back in behind the ball. The cross comes in from the right, touched on near the penalty spot. Varane half-heartedly clears it away. It's up in the air, but not totally away now by Lucas Vazquez.
You have to say all over the place as well, Madrid, so defending not the best in these opening 3 or 4 minutes. Makes you think there might be a few goals, but Nacho just went missing, the left back for Madrid there, and all of a sudden there was a chance to put the ball in. Defending not looking good by Real Madrid at
really
the moment.
Open game. So interrupts you there. Rodriguez crossing from the left hand side. It comes out to the edge of the box now. Sociedad trying to find some room. It's driven across again, and Madrid getting half-hearted clearances on the ball at the moment and really not clearing their lines well at all. They've got it away now, but Sociedad have it back with their own goalkeeper Geronimo Rulli, the former Manchester City goalkeeper.
Yeah, just feel if Real Sociedad are going to continue breaking through, then they've got to put one of their chances away.
Sociedad again come forward down the right-hand side. They're really stretching the play at the moment, trying to pull Madrid out of position. Have it just inside the Real Madrid half at the moment, but it's worked back into their own half now for Navas. He plays the ball in between the lines, trying to pick out a teammate, and he's done well. It's now at the feet of Canales, who feeds it down the right-hand side. Sergio Canales, a former Real Madrid player from 2010 to 12. Real Madrid have the ball back now. It's with Ramos at the back, who plays a long searching ball out to this right-hand side. Trying to reach it is Ronaldo. He's taken down. He's got an arm in the face, and there's a yellow card coming out here from the referee. The first of the game with 5 minutes gone. Going into the book is Inigo Martinez. Fair yellow card for you, Clive?
I'd like to see it again. I mean, I think it's one of those crossfield balls. Not for me. I don't think he's actually led with his arm, but his arm is up. But you have to put your arm up to give yourself some balance when you're in the air. I'm not sure it's a yellow card. I think I'll probably just go with just about the foul. But it was a harsh decision for me.
Well, this referee showed 8 yellow cards and a red in his game in La Liga last weekend. Not afraid
maybe
to get
he's trying to keep up with that. Let's hope he doesn't do that today.
Real Madrid with this free kick just inside the Sociedad half, taken short by Los Blancos. Down to the left-hand side now. Ramos with a forceful ball down the left wing. Vazquez attacking the edge of the penalty area. Ronaldo's popped up on the left side again now. He's up against Navas. Just looking at the ball, not Ronaldo's feet. Ronaldo does get the ball in, but it's easily controlled this time by Yeramendi, who drops into the back four, and Sociedad calmly play their way out from the back. They'll be quite happy with their start so far, you'd imagine?
I think more than happy as well. Just looking at Ronaldo there, he was just taking on the last defender, and his bootlaces were undone. I've just seen him bend over now. As soon as he put the cross in, it was like the cross didn't matter. It was like, because his laces were undone, I don't think he was feeling too comfortable, but he decided to do his bootlaces up now. So, but yeah, Real Sociedad, good start for them. Obviously a long way to go, and as I said before, they've passed the ball quite nicely, but I think Real Madrid have allowed them that little bit of extra space at the moment.
Madrid have a throw in here. It's taken long down the left-hand side. Benzema is chasing, but Sociedad will bring the ball away. Let's talk about Ronaldo there. There's a bit of talk among a few people in the media, a few different people you hear speaking on TV and radio, that Ronaldo may well be on the way down. Let's break off here as Real Madrid do come forward. Benzema nearly onto the ball, but the flag was up as it was played into the penalty area. Free kick Sociedad. So some people are saying that Ronaldo's maybe on the way down. And Real Madrid in a tricky position, that he's obviously an icon of the club, one of the greatest players of all time, has this ridiculous goal-scoring record. Is he almost undroppable for them?
He's not undroppable, no, absolutely. I think there's a similarity with Wayne Rooney, if you like, as well. Wayne Rooney at the moment scored all those goals, beaten Bobby Charlton's record, and he's been left on the bench on quite a few occasions. So, and there's talk about him as well. Similar sorts of ages, aren't they, the two of them? And they've been magnificent over the last 10 to 12 years. So yeah, he's not undroppable, but it's a big decision.
Ronaldo 31 now, moving into his 30s, probably past his peak. He's not going to get any better.
Probably past his peak, yeah. But the thing is as well, while Real Madrid is top of the league and still winning things, I would think he's comfortable enough. But as soon as they start losing, and maybe other teams like Sevilla or Barcelona take over, then he could be in trouble.
Interesting one to watch. We played 8 minutes here at the Bernabeu. You're listening to La Liga live on TalkSport 2. It's Real Madrid 0, Real Sociedad 0 in this clash between two of the top five. Real Madrid looking to extend their lead at the top to 4 points, with Barca drawing earlier today, Sevilla beaten, and Espanyol. Madrid coming forward, nice one-touch stuff in and around the edge of the area. Danilo making his way forward, but is touched overcooked in the end, and really coming off his line to gather the ball for Sociedad. Real Madrid slowly growing into this one.
Yeah, they're just getting players forward, aren't they? Like Danilo and Nacho down that left-hand flank. When those players start producing support for the likes of Benzema and Ronaldo, it's going to overload things. And I think Real Sociedad have got to keep it as tight as they possibly can, because when they're in possession, they've looked okay. It's when they're not in possession, they look a little bit ragged.
Real Madrid unbeaten at home this season. They've won 8 and drawn 2 of their 10 matches so far. They've scored in every game they've played, home and away. One of 2 teams yet to lose at home in La Liga this season, along with Las Palmas, who play Valencia tomorrow. Watching the 10-minute mark here at the moment, no goals. Sociedad coming forward, but Rodriguez has just lost the ball. Madrid will try to play out from the back again, but Varane has to go back, and Danilo goes to Navas, the goalkeeper. It's out to Ramos, who's got plenty of goals this season. As I was saying in the build-up, he's got 6 in the league. Second top scorer behind Ronaldo, which is highly irregular for a team of Real Madrid standing. It's quite a remarkable stat for a central defender to get so many goals.
Well, it's good, yeah. I mean, everybody always says you want your defenders to chip in with the odd few goals here and there, and dead ball situations, obviously, when the big centre-backs go up, is always an opportunity for them. And I've actually just seen probably the longest, most accurate crossfield ball by Varane from right to left, and unfortunately not picked up. And
it could be controlled, was it? The surface quite slick here at the Bernabeu. It's been raining quite a lot.
Yeah, but the pass was unbelievably long. It must have been 70 yards. Super ball.
That's what these Madridistas play their money for. Nothing to get too excited about just yet. Real have got in behind a couple of times, but haven't been able to provide that final ball for Benzema or Ronaldo in the middle. Hopefully clip out from the goalkeeper here, Navas, to pick out Nacho on the left-hand side. The home fans appreciated that one. Cruz picks up the ball and plays it over to the right-hand side now. Touchdown by Danilo. Goes back for Varane. Feeds it out to the right-hand side. Nice pass into the feet of Lucas Vazquez. Trying to come forward here, Real Madrid, but no free kick given, as it was one over. I think it was Casemiro. Yeah.
I don't know why he's trying to buy a free kick. In a way it's cheating. I don't like to see that. Referee played on, but could certainly have shown him a yellow card for that. Yeah,
the Sociedad defender there waving an imaginary yellow card, asking the official to show it again for the second time in this game, but not this time. Throw in here to Real Madrid on the halfway line.
Yeah, I don't like to see players do that either. I like the referee to deal with the situation, but deal with it in the proper way. And Casemiro just falls over. It's crazy.
Coming forward down the right-hand side with Lucas Vazquez attacking the defender Rodriguez, and Vazquez is in behind and needs the cut back here. It is into the middle. I thought that was going to be deflected towards his own goal there from the defender, but eventually it's cleared away, and Juanmi is back there to complete the clearance to the halfway line. It's brought inside by William José, the Brazilian, and he's won a free kick off the referee.
Yeah, I think it's a free kick. I'll tell you what though, Vazquez does really well there a few moments ago. Might have to question some of the defending, but he gets right to the byline. Benzema is the only person attacking the 6-yard box, and I don't understand that. He's got nowhere else to go. It's got to go in that sort of area. Lucas Vazquez gets himself in the box, right up to the byline. His shirt's being pulled. He's been pushed all over the place. Very strong, good, powerful drive. Only one player to aim for. Scuffs his cross somewhat, but only one player. It's got to be more gambling into the 6-yard box.
So the Frenchman Kevin Rodriguez, the man who he went past there so easily. Rodriguez wasn't even looking at the ball, just pulling every part of his shirt and shorts that he could there. I'm sure Zidane will be looking at that thinking if we can get more one-on-ones against him, they'll have a chance down the right-hand side.
I would have thought so.
Going on the right-hand side here for Sociedad. Pushing the edge of the penalty area, and there's a ball into the middle which Juanmi was trying to get on the end of, but Nacho is back there for Real Madrid and knocks it off the Sociedad man. Eventually commanding play by Keylor Navas to come off his line and smother the ball when Sociedad were throwing bodies forward.
It's good to see that sometimes you see the challenge going in with the goalkeeper. It was a good block tackle and a loose ball, and he comes out very quickly, but Oyarzabal goes flying in with the goalkeeper. Nice to see the referee let that one go, because often when there's a sliding challenge on a goalkeeper, it's obviously going to be a free kick, but no one was injured and the referee just played on.
And to Navas' credit, he didn't go rolling around on the floor. Real Madrid are giving the ball away again here. Sociedad halfway inside the Madrid half. Working out to the left hand side. It's tucked back in now for Yeramendi, 40 yards from goal. Canales out to the right hand side. Cross may come in here. Madrid sitting off Sociedad. That was lucky. Eventually played away by the defender who was back. I think it was Casemiro who just dropped in.
He's having a bit of a nightmare, Casemiro. He's not doing the right things and making the right decisions and sliding in there. I think he's a little bit lucky not to leave the ball just sat nicely for a Real Sociedad player. They're playing with a bit of confidence though, Sociedad at the moment.
They look comfortable when they bring the ball forward. It's 1 and 2 touch stuff. They've got it in defence at the moment.
I think as well, by looking at their record though, you've got to feel that if Real Madrid score, that's when they go downhill, and they're attacking with numbers here.
Again, they've got 5 forward. Referee just waiting. Free kick given.
I'm surprised if Ramos doesn't get a yellow card. Cynical as anything. He was never going to win the ball. Just completely cynically took out Martinez.
The Real Madrid captain stepping across him there. Not sure whether the referee has shown the yellow card on this occasion.
I think he did. I think he let him get away with that one, but they had numbers forward there. Real Sociedad had a great chance for them, but the foul some 30 yards from goal.
Maybe just too far out for the shot. Certainly a crossing opportunity. It is fairly central. Maybe they will take this one on. The ball being moved around a bit at the moment. Sociedad think the referee's marked out the vanishing spray in the wrong place.
It's a difficult free kick, this one. 32 yards from goal, but almost central. You can't put a cross in, and it's often very difficult to shoot from there. So what do you do? And I'd love to see if someone comes up with something different. Don't see it very often. We see a shot that will go either miles wide or miles over the top, or they'll clip it into the box and they won't get on the end of a header because the ball is difficult to put in.
15 minutes gone. Sociedad with this free kick. It's struck towards goal with venom, and it's pushed away by Navas. William José testing the goalkeeper there for the first time this evening, and it was a good save down to his right hand side to push it behind for a corner.
Yeah, I think under the conditions, to be honest, being a greasy surface, it's worth having the shot from that sort of distance. I think the goalkeeper could have collected this in both hands, but because it's greasy, pushed it away for a corner.
In comes the corner now towards the penalty spot. Real Madrid able to clear the ball away. They've got pace on the break here, but free kick given against them in the end as pulled down to the floor is poor old Mikel Oyarzabal after Kovacic challenged him. Looked like Madrid were on the break, didn't they, eventually?
Yeah.
And they just got bodies in behind.
I think Oyarzabal did really well to get his body in the right place, and I think Kovacic just decides that there was the break on and he's lost his opportunity. He's pulled his shirt, he's pushed him over, he's gone down quite easily, but it was a free kick for me.
Sociedad keep up this bit of pressure they've got on at the moment.
Yeah, they've knocked them out their flow, haven't they, a little bit? They're a bit stale at the moment, a bit stagnant when they're defending these free kicks, so if they can get a good ball in.
Yeah, the home side penned back. It's a cross in from the right hand side, flicked on towards goal, but harmlessly behind. It's a goal kick to the home side. A few of the fans maybe getting a tad little restless here as Eusebio Sacristan's side have a sustained period of pressure. This one a better crossing opportunity, just guided in with the side foot, and it was a header from the edge of the penalty area in the end, an ambitious one which was going to be needed to be something special to beat Navas from there, wasn't it?
Well, I think it was next to impossible, wasn't it? Okay, you could have put a lot of pace on the ball coming in, which, to be fair, it wasn't a bad delivery, but he's so far from goal, William Jose. He was never ever going to score from that position. But what else could he do? That's the thing. You know, he's got to try and head it towards goal.
Rodriguez has been fouled here in the left back position. It's a free kick to Real Sociedad.
Likes the ball at his feet, doesn't he, Lucas Rodriguez? He likes to dribble away with it, and he looks like he wants to be a ball player. He looks more like a left-sided midfield player or a wing back to me than a full-back. We've seen him try and defend, doesn't look too comfortable. There could be an opportunity for Real Madrid to get down there, but as he's trying to dribble away there, he gets fouled, and Sociedad get the free kick.
He's only 22, Rodriguez. He starts tonight for the first time this season. He hasn't played any minutes whatsoever in the league. So a real big test for him. His side coming forward down the right-hand side here at the moment with Mikel Oyarzabal. Might be a cross on the right-hand side. No, it's a low ball into the area instead for Canales, who's run on. He lays it back to the right-hand corner of the penalty area now. Sociedad still coming forward, but a tidy flick away by Ramos there, showboating at the back. And now Real Madrid will try and counter him. They've got bodies flying forward, options left and right, and a block off in the middle is rode by Kovacic, who feeds it forward, and Madrid's coming forward down the left-hand side. Ronaldo onto the ball on the left wing. His laces are still undone, but he attacks anyway into the area. Cristiano Ronaldo assessing his options in the middle, guides it in towards Benzema. Header up but not away by Navas. Got it back in, Benzema towards the penalty spot, and a cool header back in the end by the defender who was back there, Joseba Zaldua, and it's into the goalkeeper's arms. Real Madrid may do some damage there, and finally Ronaldo's doing up his legs.
He's doing them up again, isn't he? All of a sudden they've found themselves in trouble, Real Sociedad, because they've got so many bodies forward. They didn't get a delivery into the box, and Real Madrid have broken very, very quickly. Ronaldo left hand side, lots of space. I thought he was a bit slow in taking on the last defender. If he does it quicker, Benzema was up there supporting him. The ball in wasn't a bad one by him, but in the end Sociedad got everybody back into position, and just by numbers alone were able to clear the ball.
Played 19 minutes here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 0, Real Sociedad 0. Sociedad looking for their first win over Madrid since August 2014. A 4-2 win they got at home that day. Just remembering here that Real Madrid without a number of first teamers, or players who will be in the squad at least. Marcelo, Pepe, James Rodriguez, Gareth Bale of course, who's been out long term now since November. He's not expected back until April. No Modric, no Dani Carvajal. So Zinedine Zidane is hampered, but he's of course got plenty of quality to come into the side. Racing forward here is Mateo Kovacic, but he's lost the ball. Sociedad attack through the middle. They've got a man over on the right hand side because Nacho's out of position. There's about the 19-year-old, feeds it infield to Zuratuta. Approaching the midpoint in the Real Madrid half. Rodriguez tucks it back inside. Zuratuta just outside the centre circle at the moment. Real Madrid pressing Sociedad high, and in the end it's back pass to the goalkeeper Rulli.
Good pressing by Real Madrid, but I just feel that Sociedad look comfortable on the ball, got bodies in good positions, but just chancing their luck a little bit. You just feel there's a mistake coming, and here it is.
Play too much, and now Real Madrid get the ball back. Benzema tucks it inside. Ronaldo's made a run. They tried to play it to Benzema, who made the run inside. Ronaldo was overlooked. He wasn't very happy about that. Benzema didn't quite get onto it. Ronaldo looking a bit distressed as they don't pass the ball to him on a rare occasion.
Zuratuta does well there though to win the ball back in the end, and Ronaldo, I thought it was a tight pass for him. I thought Benzema was probably the best option, but just overplayed it slightly. And Sociedad players then just sort of congregate together, close all the gaps, and were able to clear. Half a chance for Real Madrid there. And Sociedad maybe slightly overplaying at the back.
You just haven't got that chemistry in the final third at the moment. Not quite in the same wavelength of each other. With another long crossfield ball out to the right hand side, wonderfully executed by Vasquez. Into Vasquez's feet, I beg your pardon, and he clips it into the air as he tries to race onto it himself past the defender who was with him, but it's into the arms of the goalkeeper Rulli, who comes off his line well.
Fabulous crossfield ball, wasn't it? And he takes it well in his stride, but obviously made the wrong decision. I think by trying to do what he did was going to be something extra special. If it works, of course, it's brilliant. But when it doesn't work, it looks like a poor decision. And especially as he had Ronaldo and Benzema both in the penalty area, could have crossed first time.
Just the wrong options taken so far by Zizou's side. Here comes Sociedad, one shot driven in on target from around 30 yards out, but an easy, tame effort for Keylor Navas to claim there. Wasn't too much power. It may have taken a slight deflection as well, as it was struck by Canales, trying to get a goal against his old club, but it wasn't to be on this occasion.
No, I mean, it's worth having the strike sometimes, you just never know, but I think the slight deflection just takes the pace out of the ball.
The Sociedad team, by the way, flew over today. It's just over 4 hours by road, but they flew right just after midday. Their flight had to do a few circles because fog delayed their landing here in the capital. Everything seemed okay after that. They're defending here at the moment as Benzema comes forward, but a really good interception. It's played away by Rodriguez. Juanmi picks it up on the left side. He had 12 appearances for Southampton last season, but Saints getting rid of him for €5 million, and he went out to San Sebastian. A crossfield ball here, not quite working out for Sociedad. It bounced awkwardly in front of Zaldua, the right back, and out of play for a throw-in. He jumped as high as he could, just couldn't get there, could it?
That's hilarious, isn't it? Should have done better. He had so much time to get to the pitch of the ball if he wanted to, but it bounces quite probably hard spot on the pitch, he'll probably say.
Vasquez to Ronaldo, edge of the area, poor control by Ronaldo. And this is what I mean, you can hear the whistles now around the Bernabeu as he miscontrols there. You talked about him being hesitant, taking his man on, a few minutes ago. No, he's just mouthing up at a few fans as well. He's getting really agitated now.
Even the most experienced players and the greatest players in the world have off days or off moments, off periods in their career. And I was talking a little bit earlier, confidence is a massive thing, and even the great Ronaldo looks like he's a bit short on confidence at the moment.
12 goals for the season for Cristiano Ronaldo, 35 last season, 48 and 31 in the seasons before that. Remarkably, he's only ever won one league title with Real Madrid. Free kick given here to the home side on the right wing. As Vasquez goes over, he's being pulled back there. Free kick given to Zidane's side. It was Rodriguez's fault, trying to play out again. As Vasquez got his body between man and ball, Rodriguez just legging him up in the end. Free kick in a dangerous position.
Well, it is a free kick, and the question mark for me is, can Rodriguez defend? And what we've seen so far in the opening 24-25 minutes, no. And I think if they can get at him, they're going to get free kicks and get beyond him all day long. But it's a clumsy challenge that gives away the free kick, and this is in a good area. It's high enough up the park, probably just inside the penalty, or just outside the penalty area, wide to the right hand side.
It's going to be Toni Kroos to take it, the German. 6 in the box for Real Madrid. Everyone in Sociedad shirt in line with the penalty spot at the moment. Juanmi is a one-man wall. Kroos will whip this one away from goal in towards the near post. Ronaldo missed it, and it's an audacious overhead in the end, well over the top of the crossbar. Effort came in, but no real trouble there for Rulli, who watches that one over safely for a goal kick.
Not the best quality. Actually, looking at the run from Ronaldo, I wonder if this was practice on the training ground. I thought the ball in was a bit flat, but you see Ronaldo's run. Immediately as he was about to take it, he runs into the near post. I think he was expecting that, but he didn't get the contact that he was looking for.
Sociedad playing out down the right-hand side here with Zaldua. Worth pointing out, by the way, that Sociedad without their first choice left-back Yuri Berchiche tonight, the former Spurs and Cheltenham Town player, is suspended to pick up a yellow card against Barcelona. Most of his side come forward at the moment with Canales. He tucks it inside, it's into the feet of Willian José. To the left-hand side now as Sociedad continue to stretch the pitch here. Rodriguez is forward high on the left-hand side, assesses his options, plays a low ball to the edge of the area for Juanmi, but his touch is poor, and Real Madrid have the ball back on the edge of the box with Varane. Plays it back to Navas, who wastes no time in sending the ball high over everyone out to the right wing, but it's calmly washed out of play for a throw-in to Real Sociedad.
Well, they're working Real Madrid, aren't they? They're making them run around, they're stretching the players best they possibly can, go from right to left, left to right. You just feel that there might be a mistake in them if Madrid can push forward and put the defenders under pressure. I just feel there's a mistake in there. Whereas for me, defensively, Real Madrid look the better of the two sides. you have to say Real Sociedad are having a go at it, and it's all fair play to them, because they feel there might be an opportunity of getting Real Madrid at probably not the best time in the season.
But the times we have seen Sociedad go forward, it's been down the sides again, because Danilo and Nacho like to go forward, so it's kind of the same kind of thing for both sides really, and that both sets of fullbacks are kind of being pulled forward, not said pulled forward, but going forward, leaving gaps in behind, and that may be the avenue for both sides to find the opening goal.
I just feel someone's going to have to be a little bit cute at some stage and maybe over gamble, take a chance from either side, and if you do, you might get your rewards.
27 minutes gone here on TalkSport 2, the home of La Liga. Matches every weekend from the Spanish top flight. We've got Copa del Rey action coming up this week on TalkSport 2 on Wednesday evening. It's the first leg of the semi-final between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. The draw made on Friday after last week's games. It's a quick turnaround in Spain. And on Thursday it's Celta up against Alaves. Both matches kick off at 8 p.m. Me and Clive will be back with you on Wednesday for the Atletico game against Barcelona. What a game that promises to be. Simeone takes on Barcelona. Here comes Benzema through the middle, but he's lost the ball. He's gone down holding his ankle as well. Sociedad have the ball back. There's whistles around the Bernabeu at the moment. A few fans want the ball to be put out of play, but Benzema, credit to him, the Frenchman back on his feet, trying to run off the injury. Rodriguez comes forward from left back. Frees it into the middle, into the Real Madrid half. It's just laid backwards by Jose, into the centre circle, taken on by Canales. Spanish youth international. Sociedad taking their time, looking confident. They're calm in possession at the moment. It's a long reverse ball forward though, which will come to nothing in the end, and rolls behind and out of play for a goal kick to Real Madrid. But they've got a good peace of mind to them at the moment, haven't they, Sociedad? They're not rushing into passes. They're taking the time. If they've got to go back one, they'll go back.
Yeah, they're trying to keep possession as best they possibly can, and I think playing against a Madrid side who are possibly slightly lacking in a little bit of confidence, it's probably the right idea. They're not forcing it in any way, and I think that's probably the best way for them. Still a little bit worried about Lucas Rodriguez, the left back, young lad who's playing in that position at the moment. Loves to come forward, but keeps leaving a gap there all the time, and defensively might leave his side a little bit open, but so far so good for him.
Played 29 minutes, still no breakthrough for either side. As I said, Madrid have scored in every single league game this season. It probably would be a real turn up for them to fail to score here. Ramos playing it out from the back here to Cruz. Centre circle, Casemiro lays it back again. Ramos assessing his options. Thought about going long, but into Cruz again in the midfield. Series of give and goes here for Real Madrid, but it's an overhit touch from Ronaldo again that goes out of play for a throw-in to Sociedad. Not having his best game so far.
Certainly lacking in confidence, isn't he? He's got a close-up of him at the moment, just shaking his head there. He doesn't believe that he's actually playing that bad, I think.
Rolling his eyes as well, so the pass wasn't his fault when it most clearly was. Sociedad in possession at the moment. Rulli playing it out from the back into Yeramendi, from a Real Madrid player. There's been a few in this side. Signed in 2015 for €15 million. Second spell with the club now, having left for 30 million. Sociedad very much quids in there. Possession at the moment as they come forward down the right-hand side. Putting on a bit too much pressure. It looked like it should have been a free kick there after Benzema dangled a foot in, but the referee just gives the throw in. Sociedad the throw just a few yards short of the halfway line. The Bernabeu not quite full for this one tonight, not quite to its 81,000 capacity. A few thousand empty seats around the arena. It's going to be upgraded in the years to come. They're going to extend the roof, modernise it somewhat. One of the great arenas in European football. In terms of La Liga titles, they've won 32, Real Madrid, but just one since 2008, which is quite remarkable really for a club of this size, a club that are all about the glory and winning trophies, but just one La Liga trophy really isn't good enough, is it?
No, it isn't, not by their standards. I'm sure they're going to try and do something about it this season, but they need to get back on track and possibly get players back fit again as well.
Well, the top of the league at the moment, it's looking good for them, it has to be said. Barca slipping up earlier today, Sevilla beaten as well, so a chance for Real Madrid to extend their lead at the top to 4 points, still with another game in hand that they've got due to their participation in the Club World Cup.
They're actually not playing like a team that's just seen Barcelona and Sevilla struggle. You'd have thought they'd have come out the blocks and really been sort of almost over-enthusiastic about it, but they're a little bit sensitive, a bit unsure, a little bit safe, shall I say.
Seeing a replay of an earlier strike here by Sociedad for Sociedad from multiple angles. It was driven in from 35 yards, but it was an easy take for Keylor Navas, the Costa Rican. 13 minutes to go until the break. Casemiro feeds it forward here for Cruz, off the top of the head of Zula 230. It falls nicely here for Real Madrid. Space down the right hand side for Vasquez, attacking the edge of the area into Ronaldo, 25 yards from goal, goes for the goal on his weaker left side, and it spins away as he slices his shot and goes behind for a goal kick to Sociedad. He gets a bit of applause that time, but it's just not happening for him so far.
No, it's not. I'll tell you what, I think that'll do him good. I don't think that's such a bad thing. You know, it's greasy surface, a lot of rain, you know, it's going to skin off your boot from time to time. One thing is, he's got himself into a good bit of space, which we haven't seen so far from him. He's been in wide areas a lot. This time he's almost central, got himself a little bit of space, decides to take the shot. Probably was the wrong decision. Toni Kroos made a great run down the left-hand side, and I think if he'd have slid him in, it would have been a better option. But it might do Ronaldo good just to at least have a shot.
He might have another one here, because Benzema's through down the left-hand side. Ronaldo in the middle. It's cut back by Benzema. Very well cut out indeed by Yeramendi. Sociedad will bring the ball out from the back. Here's Zabal out to the right-hand side. Casemiro marshalling the Sociedad man. Yeramendi plays it back further to the back line, and it's taken on by Zaldua. Goes back to the goalkeeper Rulli. He plays it out to the other side this time. The rain is really coming down quite heavy at the moment. Pitch in really good condition though, as you'd expect here, and plenty of the Madrid fans behind the goal. Look as though they're about to go on the log flume. They've all got their max on, trying to keep dry. Really with a long ball forward here for Sociedad. Juanmi, the man trying to get on the end of it. It's now calmly chested down by Willian José. Yeramendi calmly back to Navas. To the path now of Canales, who brings it forward. José gives the ball away. Madrid have the ball back again in the centre circle with Ronaldo. He lays it off for Kroos. The path now of Kovacic, the Croatian, out to the right hand side for Danilo. So the Cruyff turn, then tucks it back inside for Varane. Square for Ramos.
Got back into position really well there, Sociedad. They were a little bit stretched. A couple of turns the wrong way by Real Madrid midfield players, given the minutes, the seconds, if you like, to get back into position, and they're back and well organised. You know, they've looked reasonably solid.
Here's Varane. Arguably, he and Ramos have looked the two most confident players in the Real Madrid side so far. Happy to dribble the ball, play it left and right, give and goes. Free kick here for the home side.
Now I think Wembley's a little bit unlucky here, because they've lost possession of the ball. Danilo let it get away from him. Wembley dived in, shoulder to shoulder. Danilo's fallen over, wins the free kick. I think Wembley was a little bit unlucky, because there could have been a break on that.
Quite a size difference between the two as well. Danilo's a big guy compared to the pint-sized Juanmi. Here come Real Madrid. Ronaldo trying to feed it forward, but it's cut out by Yeramendi. Come forward down the right-hand side here with Oyarzabal. Cut out by the styling tackle of Sergio Ramos. Just throw into Real Sociedad. They've acquitted themselves very well indeed in this first half. You can see why they've got such a good record this season. They've won each of their last two games in the league against Celta and Malaga without conceding. Back-to-back away games as well. Not had 3 consecutive wins away from home since March 2013, and what a place it would be to do it here tonight if they could just go and nick a goal. Madrid unbeaten here on home turf. Really, Geronimo Rulli, the Sociedad keeper, has had a quiet evening so far. Hasn't really been tested, has he?
No, he hasn't. Well, to be fair, both goalkeepers haven't had a great deal to do. I think at times you feel that maybe the trigger should be pulled and the extra pass goes in. There's a foul by Benzema there, which has given Sociedad a chance to get players forward. But yeah, it's just lacking in that sort of final third area, isn't it, where no one's really gambling. It's been a bit safe for me, where I think both sides are reluctant to give away the first goal. They're reluctant to gamble too many players forward.
Free kick here then for Sociedad into the box. It's not a bad ball either, and it was a header backwards in the end, but the flag is up for offside. Thought it was going to go behind for Sociedad corner. It looked as though Inigo Martinez was going to be in there round the back. It was a really good run by the defender, and a crucial intervention. I think it was by Danilo, was it, or Casemiro, one of the two. It was Casemiro going back there. Just got his head in there, otherwise Martinez would have been in.
He's done well, hasn't he?
Really good intervention. Flag up for offside anyway, it wouldn't have counted, but pretty well worked set piece there by Sociedad, who again are coming forward. Real Madrid have the ball back now on the edge of their own penalty area, but then Toni Kroos wasn't looking when the ball was played into his path, and Real Madrid get away with one there. Late challenge by Ramos as well. Didn't go forward, the referee didn't give the free kick. Ramos knocked it into the Sociedad man Sergio Canales, and it was a good decision not to give the free kick, but Real Madrid there playing dangerously. Kroos wasn't aware of the ball being played to him, and now Real Madrid will try and come forward with Ronaldo, slips it through, and they're through here. Real chance for Kovacic, he's through, and Real Madrid leads. The Croatian slides it through underneath Geronimo Rulli, and Cristiano Ronaldo, who's been having a bit of a rotter so far this evening, lays it on the plate there for Kovacic, and the midfielder running on from the back scores for Real Madrid with 8 minutes to go in this first half. They haven't been playing the best, but they've got the lead. It's Real Madrid 1, Real Sociedad 0.
Well, you'd have to say the game has needed a goal, hasn't it? And doesn't he do well, Kovacic? It's a great finish, you know, but what a super little slide rule pass by Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's what he gives to the team. He might not be playing particularly well, but he's really delivered here. Super pass, bodies all around him, and it's allowed Kovacic to run right through the heart of the Sociedad back line, and a cool, calm finish.
A first La Liga goal for Mateo Kovacic. He's scored in the Champions League before for Real Madrid a couple of times, but this is first in the domestic club competition. Comes in the 38th minute when Real Madrid really needed it. It's really lifted the crowd now as well. It's a yellow card coming out here from the referee.
Yeah, Toni Kroos. I mean, he's come flying in the... I think what happens as well, you know, you just scored a goal, your adrenaline's high, it's a greasy surface. I think he's just taken off here, Toni Kroos, and he's caught Rodriguez, who, incidentally, the ball got away from him a little bit. I just think Kroos has seen an opportunity, but it's a foul, certainly a foul, and I can understand why the referee gives him a yellow card.
It's a free kick for Sociedad, left of centre, pretty much in line with the left-hand side of the penalty area, the line that goes down to the goal line. 39 minutes gone.
It's all about the delivery here, isn't it? Well, it's a good position.
Madrid with a very high line, not even on the edge of the area, a few more yards out than that. If they can just lift it in between, they might have a chance. It's not a good ball in at all. It's the left foot in the end of Canales, which doesn't meet the first man.
Benzema back here doing some defending. Very, very strong, powerful header.
Should have lost it again though. Working his way forward is David Zuratufa down the left-hand side. He goes down under a challenge. The referee says that Real Madrid got the ball and they'll try and counter here with Vasquez down the right-hand side, but he can't quite feed it through for the run down the right-hand side of Ronaldo.
Poor pass, wasn't it? I think he's just got to lift it. It's an easy ball to put in. I guess with the greasy surface, you want the ball on the floor as often as you can, but Sociedad have players back in position. But good run by Ronaldo. You know, it's small things like that. That little pass that he made for the goal will just lift him as well. Lift Madrid for sure.
It's really lifted the crowd, who are starting to make themselves known again here inside the Bernabeu. Just got a bit flat. A few whistles of discontent when passes and shots were going astray. And unfortunately, they've got the goal before half-time. Pass here, forward out of the back by Navas. It's now a play for a Real Madrid throw, which Danilo will take. It's just that one moment, wasn't it? Talking about the goal again. The ball through from Ronaldo, slotted it between two Sociedad players, took them out of the game, and Kovacic with a cool finish under the goalkeeper.
I just think it was the way he finished it as well, Kovacic. I mean, he just kept his mind cool, you know. He didn't panic, kept the ball out of his feet, took 2 or 3 touches, drew the goalkeeper. To be fair, Rooney came out a little bit quick for me and didn't really make the dive that I thought he was going to make, and in some ways made it easy for him. But here come Madrid again.
Yeah, Kovacic out to the left-hand side. Madrid forward with Nacho. Kovacic into the box, trying to get a shot in into the midriff there of Navas. Sociedad bring the ball away. Real attacking through the middle here with Wanmi, and it's a 2-on-2 here if they can make it work. Just overhit to the left hand side for Oyazabal. Can he provide the cross? It's lifted into the area. Navas coming off his line with one of the most theatrical punches away I think I've ever seen in my life. One-hander.
It's a good one though, isn't it? I mean, God, it's such a long way from goal.
We do criticise keepers for punching, but if you can do that, then why not?
I tell you what a punch.
Cross in again, headed down by Ramos, I beg your pardon, and Sebi Cruz will bring it away. Just interesting there as the cross came in, and if you saw the possession statistic there, Sociedad have had 10% more possession than Real Madrid in this first half. All about goals obviously, but just shows their confidence and how Madrid have sat off them at times, and Sociedad have popped the ball about and they're in possession again here.
Yeah, I think the one thing probably that was missing from Real Madrid's performance before the goal was the energy levels, the desire to all work together, to push forward and squeeze the players best you can. They're actually doing it again now, to be honest. Just as I was talking, just allowing Sociedad to play. I don't understand that, They should be really on a high at the moment.
Rodriguez racing forward from the left back, but he's lost the ball. Real Madrid coming forward, they've got two in the middle. It's a long searching ball for Ronaldo, who's off on his bike again. Ronaldo touches it across goal. He was trying to be unselfish there. Rare for him, trying a first time pass to cushion it across goal for his teammate who was running in. Just overhit, and it's out of play for a goal kick to Sociedad. With Ronaldo, I thought he might even try and take the left foot volley there, shot on goal.
Yeah, he's just on the stretch for it, and I think that's why it ran away from him, and the ball in wasn't the best. And he's given that wry smile to Benzema, who made the run across the penalty spot. And I don't think Benzema was ever going to get there, but the ball was just too long. Just seeing William Jose in an offside position, free kick.
Flagged at the other end. Good call by the assistant referee. Seeing a potential handball call in favour of Real Madrid as it hit Navas, but his arms were tucked into his body. That would have been a bit harsh, and the replay now for Ronaldo trying to cushion the ball into the middle, but just overhit by him. I'm sure that ball through that he gave his teammate there, Kovacic, for the goal will have lifted his confidence a bit. Sociedad in possession, but they're nearly caught out there. Interception. Was he who prodded the foot in. They won the ball back, and Sociedad close to giving it away on their edge of their own penalty area, but they've got it now. Aside from San Sebastian, they come forward down the left. Wanmi, left hand corner of the penalty area, into the box. Back here for Wanmi, it's brilliant. Wanmi, he's put it wide. That would have been some goal. Wanmi racing forward, a series of give and goes there, and it came back to him in the penalty box, in between, something about 12 yards out, and he just scuffed his shot in the end, and it curved away to the right hand side. Lovely back heel into his path from Oyazabal, and then Wanmi with the goal at his mercy.
Great play, wasn't it? So Danilo fall down and get himself completely out of position, and then the two of them, Wanmi and Oyazabal, have really passed the ball well. A couple of 1-2s running in behind, causing all sorts of problems. The final shot by Wanmi on his weaker right foot, couldn't quite steer it on target, but decent play.
Arguably their best chance of this first half there for Wanmi.
Yeah,
very well worked. Just couldn't finish it off at the end.
The interesting thing is as well for me, since the goal, it hasn't really dented their style, if you like. They're still playing exactly the same way. They haven't lost confidence, Real Sociedad, and they're quite willing to attack Real Madrid and really give them problems if they can.
Wanmi, by the way, a man in form, 4 goals, and that's 5 La Liga appearances, but that is time for the first half. The referee, Mario Melero Lopez, doesn't add on any additional time. By no means a vintage performance from Real Madrid, the league leaders, but they're doing the job so far. They had to wait a while for the first goal. Ronaldo supplied it as he laid it through, and Mateo Kovacic, the man finishing it off for his first goal of the season, his first goal in La Liga. Real Madrid leading at the break here at the Bernabeu. Half time, it's Real Madrid 1, Real Sociedad 0. Dan, thank you. The two sides are just working their way out back onto this pitch. The rain continues to come down here in the Spanish capital. There wasn't any added time at the end of the first half, so we're due to get underway on time again at the top of the second. The two assistants just checking the nets at either end. The referee back out. Real Madrid will kick us off and underway once again. And Clive, if you were Sacristan, what would you be saying to your side at half time?
I think the first thing is not to worry too much about the goal that Madrid has scored, and just feel your way into it again. Deal with the ball, pass it as well as they have done in the first half. I think the one thing he would look for, a little bit more commitment in front of goal. Now, Whether that's a shot or a pass or a cross is down to the players at that particular moment. But I think they've got to, at some stage, gamble. They need a goal. So if they can keep it tight, keep the game alive for as long as possible, they might have that opportunity, because the football has been pretty good by them.
Real Madrid leading here through Mateo Kovacic's third Real Madrid goal, his first ever in La Liga. His other two have come in the UEFA Champions League. Hasn't started a league game since before Christmas, in fact, the 3rd of December. But has made an impact here tonight, getting that goal. He doesn't score too many, hasn't done throughout his career. He's only 22, the Croatian, signed for big money from Inter. Madrid in possession here as they come forward, and Nacho breaking forward down the left-hand side, just gets nudged off the ball in the end. And Sociedad tried to bring the ball away through Zabal. Looked like he just lost his footing.
Yeah, he slipped. It's funny, he slips over and he claims to the referee that he was fouled. It certainly wasn't. Good referee. I think what we've seen, in this first minute really, is you're seeing something different from Madrid, and I think Zinedine Zidane has certainly rattled a few ears in that dressing room, because there's an urgency about Madrid now.
Good intensity as they come forward. Nearly give away the free kick there as Kovacic pushes his man in the back, but they will now bring it away. Well, they should do anyway. They're playing around with it near their own corner flag at the moment. It's eventually headed clear by Raul Navas. Dropping in is William José, who holds on to the ball, shields it from Danilo, who's gone with it. Now it's spread out to the right hand side. A wonderful ball into the feet of Mikel Oyarzabal, the youngest player in this Sociedad squad. He's won a throw in for his side, so it goes out off Nacho. Ball into the feet now of Zaldua. Madrid plays back behind the ball. Sociedad down the right hand side. It's a nice ball in between two players by Oyarzabal. Now picks out Canales, who's gone on from midfield. Oyarzabal again, just out from the right hand corner of the penalty area. Sociedad in possession, but they've lost it now. Kroos has hurt himself. Sociedad continues to come forward down the right. It'll be a cross to the right by Joseba Zaldua. Still having on the edge of the box, taking their time here. Sociedad is prodding into the area now towards Juanmi, but should clear it away. Sociedad keep on coming though. They've won the ball back again. It's Rodriguez now, the left back, up on the left wing. Lucas Vazquez has gone back with him. Juanmi has just dropped out from the penalty area. He feeds it forward, but Sociedad again happy to go back here. Zulatutha just left of centre.
Good possession.
Side.
Yeah, it's good possession by them, to be honest, and they're not frightened to get bodies forward as well, which is always a worry, because on the counter-attack they could be a bit vulnerable, but they've got to take these little gambles and try and get players into good areas. And then has dealt with the situation and given the ball away.
Madrid pick it up through Kroos. It's fed back to Varane. Madrid clear it away towards the halfway line. Lovely chest header down by Benzema for Ronaldo. Kroos bombs on from midfield. Ronaldo and Benzema up with him. Kroos out to the left for Ronaldo, who's gone on, goes over in the penalty area. It was a fine sliding tackle as Navas came across, and the Portuguese dispossessed there just as it looks as though he may be through on goal. And Sociedad bring it away down the right hand side, and they're onside here down the right. Now through Mikel Oyarzabal. Can he provide the cross? He can, but it's headed away by Varane to the edge of the box, and a towering header by Danilo completes the clearance as far as Yelamendi drives the ball in from the edge of the box, blocked just as he looks as though he get a shot in by Casemiro. Madrid bring the ball away, but looks as though Sociedad going to be on goal there down the right hand side.
Yeah, Oyarzabal does really well, doesn't he, to get the delivery. His first touch was excellent, gets it out of his feet, continues his run, and then the ball in was good as well, but good recovery by Varane in the end to get a header on the ball, because all of a sudden William was in there trying to score near the far post. But good break by Sociedad, just didn't get quite on the end of it, but they're coming forward again.
Forward down the left wing this time, a low ball to the edge of the box. Wasn't the best ball in. They'll have another chance now. No, drilled in and blocked over for a corner by Danilo. Brazilian sliding in there to deny Rodriguez. The hit looks probably a cross-cup shot towards Keylor Navas' goal.
Do you know what? I think this was a bad shot. He's at a tight angle. He hasn't got a lot of options. I think he ends up being a cross if he doesn't get deflected away. It was nowhere near the goal.
In comes the corner for Sociedad, headed away by Danilo, and the whistle goes after a foul. Free kick to Real Madrid inside their own penalty area. Tracking back now is Raul Navas, who's given away the free kick.
He's come from a long way, hasn't he, Raul Navas? He's come for and really charged at this ball, but To be honest, he made a super challenge a little bit earlier on against Ronaldo inside the box and timed it to perfection.
Had to be perfect as well, otherwise Ronaldo was either going to get a shot off or win a penalty for Real Madrid. The ball in the centre circle is fed through Ronaldo's field goal. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! 2-0! A sublime finish from Real Madrid's top scorer. Surely the greatest player they've ever had. Grabs number 13 for the season. And just as Sociedad looked as though they may get back in at the other end, they're split open again. Ronaldo put through, and he just dinks the ball over Rooney for 2-0.
Well, it's Ronaldo at his best, isn't it? What a quality finish this is. Just calmly dinks the ball over the top of a diving goalkeeper. Makes it look so easy. But the build-up play was good. The positioning was good. The pass was excellent. And he runs free and then just clips it over the top. And it's a Ronaldo goal all day long. Super finish. Cool, calm. Just clips it over the top of the advancing Rulli, who can't really be faulted too much. And Cristiano Ronaldo helps another goal to add to his ever-growing list of Real Madrid strikes. I think it will stop the moaning and groaning about him, won't it? That's showing his class. Absolutely different class. We saw the pass he made for the goal in the first half, but this finish is exquisite.
But he just pulled off, didn't he, in between the left back and the centre half, and no one was close enough to him to even give him a shove or nudge him off the ball.
What he does is he makes a little bending run to open up the space for the pass to come in, and the pass was absolute precision. It could have been cut out, but it was such a good pass. Lovely weight on it. Ronaldo takes it on, and he finishes so well. That'll do him a world of good.
Yeah, a big smile back on the face of Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you fear for Sociedad at this point?
Yeah, you can do, and we said, didn't we, at half-time, you know, if they do let a goal in soon after the break to 2-0, you can just see Madrid going on and getting quite a few more. They've got to be careful, Sociedad. They've got to keep it tight for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Don't go hunting a goal to try and get back in the game just yet. You know, sit on it for a little while, get your calmness back, get your mentality back, get your mind in the right frame, and then maybe try and see if you can get a goal back to make it a grandstand finish.
A 12th goal in his last 10 La Liga appearances. Return for Ronaldo. Sociedad going forward here down the right with Zaldua, just taken down inside the Madrid half in front of the two technical areas. Free kick given. How are they going to find a way back into this game? Try and expose the sides again?
I think it's got to be down the lines. We just saw Ayazabal go down the right-hand flank and get a good cross in. You know, those sorts of things seem to work for them. And I think you just got to stick with it, you know, and hopefully at some stage you get someone on the end of it. I mean, they've piled bodies forward. They've given it a go. If you're putting people in the box, you've got to get the deliveries in there. And they've tried to, but to be fair, Real Madrid defensively have got to everything so far.
53 minutes gone here at the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid leading Sociedad by 2 goals to 0. Kovacic with the first on 38, the second added by Cristiano Ronaldo. 6 minutes into the second half. And at the moment you're struggling to see how Sociedad can get back into this one.
Well, they won't do it as Zaldua puts crosses in like he just did. You know, that's not work in the back line. That's just putting the ball in because there's no other options, you know. You've got to create options. You can't just put balls in that are easy for Madrid to pick up the bits and pieces. And Navas just takes this one so clear. They've given the ball away though. Now's a chance for them.
They're on with a wayward pass. Sociedad trying to profit. They've got numbers forward here, 4 to be precise. But it's all very condensed at the moment. And Toni Kroos plays it away. And here come Real Madrid again. It's Ronaldo striding forward down the left wing. He's got Benzema ahead of him. Ronaldo cuts inside and tries to play a little reverse for the run of Benzema, but just thinking left purchase on the ball, and Sociedad have it back and bring it away.
Yeah, you can see what he was trying to do. Just cuts inside Benzema, makes the run across him, tries a little reverse pass, just doesn't get the purchase on the ball and push it into any sort of area. Benzema was going to get it. Sociedad come away with the ball.
The left-hand side's a lovely ball for Oyarzabal to Juanmi. Inside the penalty area here, nice little step over, but there's Liverpool Danilo who gets a foot in and brings the ball away from Real Madrid and wins a throw-in. Oh, the ball stayed in play, in fact. Like it went out by his own corner flag, and in the end, Real Madrid concede possession. Sociedad have the throw, 10 yards up from the corner flag.
And again, though, we're at that situation with Sociedad get into good positions, don't get the ball across the face, and Real Madrid deal with it. Danilo, good defending.
Sociedad have it on the halfway line at the moment. Played up to the left-hand side by Inigo Martinez. Stop for Real Madrid, 2 away games. First next Sunday. Kick off same time as this one tonight. 7:45 UK time. Their trip to Celta, playing them again. Can't get rid of them at the moment. Then they travel to Osasuna on the 11th of February for their next home game here, which is in the Champions League. That getting back underway in the middle of next month against Napoli. Before travelling out to Naples for the second leg. Sociedad playing Osasuna themselves next Sunday in a game kicking off at 5:30 UK time before travelling to Barcelona to play Espanyol. Madrid with winnable games coming up, well, you'd imagine anyway, though, get through over 2 legs against Celta Vigo. As you said, they'll be hoping to reintroduce some of their players who've been out injured and just give them a bit more strength in depth, certainly from the bench as well. Whispers that James Rodriguez might be off, but he's sticking around. He's out with a calf problem at the moment. There's going to be a change here very shortly for Sociedad. One of the players to drop out of the side, the captain Xavi Prieto, 33-year-old, is going to be introduced here into midfield. Just wait and see who's going to come off for him. He played 11 minutes in the second half, just seeing a replay of Ronaldo's goal again. The finish really was sublime. The square ball to Benzema was on, but Ronaldo only had one thing in his mind.
I think there's absolutely no chance of him passing there, was there? And what a quality finish it was, and that's what you get from the guy. I think as well, we saw him have a shot in the first half which went wide, but he got himself into a good position, more central, and I think that's what we saw him make the pass for the goal, which was more central, and of course running through the middle as he was there for that goal. So yeah, definitely a more confident Ronaldo we're seeing at the moment.
Like handball a second ago from Benzema, but nothing given by the referee. We're trying to attack here for Sociedad. It was a cute pass into his path from Oyarzabal, but Real Madrid trying to complete the danger, but on his weaker left foot, Ramos has sliced the ball high into the air. Kroos brings it away now. Sociedad begging the assistant for the throw in, but nothing given. The substitution for Sociedad has seen first off William José replaced, and Carlos Vela comes on, the former Arsenal, West Bromwich Albion striker. José really hasn't had too much of a chance through the middle, has he? Because he's been waiting for those balls in from wide, but the quality hasn't been there for him.
No, that's right. And I think at times as well he's been slightly lacking. William José, he's just slightly lacking with getting into the right position at the right time, and it just sometimes that happens. The games sort of pass you by a little bit. And I think that's what it's done for him today.
It was a double change as well, because Oyarzabal has been replaced by Prieto. Maybe slightly surprising. Oyarzabal's been one of their more lively players, been on the ball quite a lot.
Well, he has, and at times you think this kid can do things. He's only a youngster, but he can do a lot more, I think, than he has actually done today.
Into the box again here, Real Madrid. It's a heavy touch this time by Nacho, and the left back lets the ball spin off his foot and behind for a goal kick, slaps the floor in frustration. He's bumped on quite a lot from left back tonight. Couldn't get his goal there though.
And he's got himself into a good position. Great little pass as well in behind, and first touch lets him down, which is not the norm, shall we say. But just getting a rerun of Ronaldo's goal, seeing it from another angle, super finish from behind the goal as well.
Just what he needed. So Ramos having a laugh and a joke with him as well. In good spirits. With this comfortable 2-0 lead now. Defending at the moment as Sociedad come forward down the right hand side with Zaldua. Trying to get the ball into the box was Carlos Vela from the right hand side, but Casemiro having none of it.
That's a great challenge as well. Casemiro has to make sure he wins the ball here. Does just about get there, doesn't he?
He dives in with his right foot, but wins it with his left.
Yeah.
He didn't even mean to do it. He was seeing it
again. I thought first time when we saw it from another angle, when we saw it in real time, looked like he got the block in, but he actually gets it with his trailing leg, so he's a little bit fortunate, but he had to get the ball.
Corner ball to Sociedad, whipped in by Vela on off the bench. Easily cleared away by Real Madrid, who will try and counter as Vasquez scampers after the ball forward, but it goes out off him and it's a throw into Real Sociedad.
Again, great ball in, good pace on this delivery from the corner. And it's Ronaldo winning the header at the near post, worked hard to get to the pitch of the ball, clears it with ease. This is a Ronaldo, rejuvenated Ronaldo. We're seeing a more confident player.
Just a reminder for you, we've got live Premier League action for you next Saturday afternoon here on TalkSport 2 with Everton taking on Bournemouth at Goodison Park. That kicks off at 3 p.m. with all the build-up on Matchday Live 2 from 2 o'clock with Ian Danta, your host. Sociedad again coming forward. Said that so many times in this game, they just haven't been able to do anything at the end of it. Navas playing the ball forward here for Sociedad. Down the right hand side this time, in front of the two technical areas.
So lucky Sergio Ramos there. We're seeing a raw, vibrant Ramos as well. I think he's trying to squeeze up. I think what he's trying to do is push the back four up a little bit quicker. Almost intervened there and pinched the ball, but Sociedad kept control.
Sociedad lose it again here as it's hooked forward by Casemiro, but it doesn't quite fall for Cristiano Ronaldo. Sociedad have it just inside the Real Madrid half. Benzema chasing after the ball, but doesn't get it this time. Zuratuka out to the right hand side for Xavi Prieto. Saldua tucks it inside. There's an opportunity there into the middle, easily cleared away by Danilo.
Again, that final ball in, just not quite good enough, was it? Easy for Danilo to deal with, but just need a bit of better quality in the final third.
You have it back with Kovacic, who got them off and running with the first goal. Here's that free ball for Kroos, and Real Madrid have got 4 forward here. Only 2 really back for Sociedad. Benzema's pulled away to the left hand side. Benzema trying to cut inside, and a really good interception. Benzema just not decisive enough in what he was going to do there. Didn't look confident. He just tried to shift it onto his right foot to get that shot away. And Sociedad win the ball back. And again, a few whistles around the stadium. They're getting a bit frustrated that he's not doing the business.
No, I don't think he tried hard enough, to be honest. I thought he could have done a lot better, but good defending in the end again by Raul Navas. He's impressed me tonight.
It's not one on the back for Sociedad. Defending again here is Real Madrid playing out from the back, and they've got pace in attack, and Navas again sliding in to put the ball out to play for a throw-in. Zidane applauds his side for their attacking intent. Just stabs the left foot out, doesn't he? Got his timing right.
Yeah, good defending. At the end of the day, he as a defender, he's been really solid.
In here for Real Madrid, just over the halfway line inside the Real Sociedad half, taken by Nacho into Toni Kroos. Tries to feed it inside. It was a late tackle on him by Carlos Vela. Big scream from the German. He goes down holding his left foot.
I don't think it's a foul, but the referee's given it because he's gone down to ground. But he's just on the half turn. He's just trying to volley the ball away. Carlos Vela maybe a little bit of contact, but obviously Toni Kroos is all right.
Back on his feet, back in the game. Should have the ball down the right hand side along with Danilo inside for Ronaldo. We've got goal number 2. We're hoping to add to that tally. Ramos plays it off the back for Kroos inside the centre circle by the centre spot. He goes square, gives it to Kovacic. Nearly sacrificing possession there. Varane taking the easy option now and going back to Navas.
It's like a safety blanket, isn't it? Having Varane and Sergio Ramos behind you.
So comfortable.
Yeah. If you make a mistake, he did make a mistake there, Kovacic, and gave the ball away, a little bit delayed, but when you thought all of a sudden there was a chance for an attack for Real Sociedad, it was quickly closed by Ramos and Varane just stepping quickly and deal with the situation. Good defensive partnership.
Sociedad in the final third again here, but they just can't break that final line of Madrid players down. It's played back now by Zuratuka. Sociedad have it back in the edge of their own half. There's going to be a change in a minute for Real Madrid. It might be Alvaro Morata to come on, I think, to give them some fresh impetus up front. To see what happens. The home side in possession at the moment, at the edge of their own penalty area. For Varane, who's taking no chances, he fires it high into the air, and it's cleared away into the Sociedad half, but they have it back again now. Time. The game doesn't have a huge tempo to it at the moment.
No, I mean what they've done, Real Madrid, they've gone very tight. They've pushed up a little bit higher. They squeezed the midfield area. There's not so much room to play. And unless you find a killer pass or a killer strike on goal that goes in from distance, Madrid are playing it very, very tight. So while they're not squeezing forward either, they're keeping it a very, very compact area. And they're almost saying to Sociedad, you know, can you break us down? And of course, in the meantime, every time they win the ball, Real Madrid, they're a little bit higher up the park, and the counter-attack is on.
Here comes Benzema down the left-hand side, feeds it into Vasquez, back for Benzema, edge of the area, rolls his man. Ball down, his man in the eyes of the official. Benzema looking frustrated, doesn't think it was a free kick, just trying to back into his man, let the ball come across his body, and he was hoping to get the shot off.
I don't think it's a foul either.
No, he's been dragged by his manager.
I think if he takes the ball here, he's got a great chance to turn and shoot for goal. He just misses the ball, and by doing that makes contact with the player and it goes down.
Well, Karim Benzema is making way. Now, I think the reaction a bit mixed there. Few boos, few people applauding. Didn't have a single shot in the game, we see now, as he makes way. And Karim Benzema is replaced in attack by Alvaro Morata, wearing number 21.
Yeah, he's not looked perhaps at his sharpest, does he, Benzema? Of course, that lack of confidence perhaps that he's showing at the moment.
I think Zidane can afford to take off his main striker being 2-0 up. And here comes Sociedad with Vela driving through the middle. He beats it out to the left-hand side where it's taken on by his teammate there, Rodriguez, going forward wearing number 32. He hasn't really been exposed too much in the second half, Rodriguez, has he? We saw in the first half that players were kind of bullying him off the ball a little bit. We think he normally plays more of an advanced position in midfield, playing at left back this evening, but they've done a lot of attacking down the left, Real Madrid.
No, they haven't. No. I think got a bit of a problem here. That's a heavy challenge by Ramos.
Very clumsy challenge by Sergio Ramos coming in the back there of Juanmi, who just had the ball at his feet, and Ramos getting a bit too
just looked quick, wasn't it? Looked very clumsy, didn't it? It was one of those where you don't need to make contact. Juanmi goes down because Ramos is coming in from behind. The contact's there, but he doesn't need to make the contact. I think he's got away with one.
There weren't too many appeals from the Sociedad players, bizarrely.
No.
You like me, I thought that was a penalty on first look. Hopefully we'll get a replay in a minute or two. At the moment, Sociedad still in possession, you might be unsurprised to hear. It's been a theme of tonight as Xavi Prieto comes forward. Left-hand corner of the penalty area, he's played wide by Canales. Canales tucks it inside now. Vela. Nice ball down the line, the cross will come in from the left side. It's cut back to Juanmi, edge of the box, takes a heavy first touch and slides in to try and win the ball back, but Danilo gets the ball away to safety, but now Real Madrid have the ball back as Sociedad lose the ball near the halfway line. Morata racing forward, Ronaldo pulls out to the left wing, Cristiano Ronaldo, Morata in the middle, Ronaldo crosses towards the far post, Morata waiting, good clearing header away by Martinez.
That's great defending. Yeah, great defending, just gets himself into good position. He knows he's going to allow his other defenders to deal with Ronaldo. All he knew he had to do was keep an eye on Morata and stay as tight as he possibly could. If he wasn't going to win the header, he could back into him.
Look at the penalty call again. It's a penalty all day long. Anywhere else on the pitch, you get a free kick.
I've seen them given all day long for that. I mean, it's so clumsy, wasn't it? Juanmi does nothing wrong. Takes the ball on his chest, tries to keep the ball at his feet, and then just Ramos comes in behind very, very clumsily.
Real Madrid coming forward here, two players going over. Ronaldo first of all doing a dive over the man who challenged him, just trying to get it out of the way, and then Nacho going forward. He also went down, no free kick given, and now Nacho's conceded a free kick, and now Sociedad are able to come out and regroup again and find some shape. Nacho looking for it. I think he left his trailing leg in there to try and he tried to clip him as he goes through.
Yeah, it's not a foul. Referee makes it. To be fair to the referee, he's like 3 yards away. He's not going to miss a trick there, is he?
Called by the man in the middle tonight. Here's Juanmi. Skips away from three Madrid players. Feeds it out to the right-hand side, laid down the line by Carlos Vela. Started Prieto. Two substitutes combining. One meet edge of the box. Doesn't quite have the strength.
He's
onto the ball.
He's looked better one me since he's gone more central, but like you just said, hasn't got the strength, and he certainly hasn't.
Madrid have been given a free kick here. Sociedad looked as though they'd laid the ball back to their own goalkeeper. Ronaldo's saying that because you've given the free kick it should be a red card. It was an obvious goal-scoring opportunity from 50 yards. Kovacic was racing through, and the Sociedad man's laid the ball back to his own goalkeeper, and unfortunately for Kovacic, because of his momentum, he's gone into the Sociedad man. Real Madrid have got the free kick. I think they're very unfortunate there, the away side.
Yeah, it's Martinez, isn't it, who's managed to get the ball back, and he's made good contact with the football, but the free kick's been given nonetheless.
Unfortunate there for the away side. It's a free kick, not in a dangerous position. Madrid aren't throwing anybody forward for this. It's a ball played back by Casemiro, long ball forward by Ramos, and they do have a free kick in a dangerous position now because Rodriguez has taken down Vasquez, and there's going to be a yellow card on top. So Rodriguez goes into the book.
I don't get this one at all. I think the foul should have been the other way. Vasquez, for me, nudges Rodriguez just before the ball comes down, and then he just runs into him, falls over. I think that's just momentum for me. Two bodies have come together. I think Rodriguez is honestly looking at the ball. I don't think he's aware that Vasquez was going to bundle into him like that, and he's got a yellow card for it as well. He's given a free kick away in a very dangerous position, right on the corner of the penalty area.
20 minutes to go. Real Madrid 2, Real Sociedad 0. And you'll be unsurprised to hear the man standing over this free kick is one Cristiano Ronaldo, scorer from a set piece in the week against Celta. This one literally right on the corner, the right-hand corner, of the penalty area. The angle, if you like, where the two lines meet.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him put this one in.
He's striding back for it at the moment. He's taking his 2 steps to the left.
Yeah, Ronaldo style.
And one man not looking forward to this is Geronimo Rulli. He knows he's probably going to have to do some work here.
Yeah, 3-man wall. It's a bit wide, isn't it? It's not probably in his most sort of favoured angle as well. It'd probably be better on the other side, but well, maybe he's got a trick up his sleeve as well.
The Bernabeu expects. Ronaldo steadies himself, calms himself, takes a few short breaths. 28 metres away from goal. Cristiano Ronaldo steps up here. It's Ronaldo who dinks it into the middle. It's a cross instead. It's 3-0. But it's not going to count. Morata with the header, but the flag up for offside here against the substitute. Everyone was expecting the shot, and the cross came in. It was a beautiful ball in. It looked as though Morata was just beyond that last defender. Fractions.
Yeah, he's got it right. I think he's got it right. Just gets in too early, to be honest. You know, maybe he thought the ball was going to be played a little bit earlier by Ronaldo, but super delivery in, wasn't it, into that far post area. Morata gets on the end of it, but he had just strayed offside. Good finish.
Wonderfully flighted ball as well. It was a good finish. Perfect header. Just started his run too early. Given his height advantage, he probably could have waited as well. Back at the moment with Rulli, the goalkeeper for Sociedad. He's started every match for them this season. Just the 8 clean sheets. I say just the 8. Talk about that in the second as Real Madrid come forward. They could be in for number 3, and it's pushed away by Rulli. And cleared to safety by Zaldu. I was looking at my notes there, Clive. Can you just explain what happened?
I don't know what Rulli was doing. He tries to play it away with his left foot and just doesn't get any contact on the ball whatsoever, and leaves himself completely open. And to be honest, Real Madrid should have scored.
It's a free kick given here to Real Madrid. As we was watching that replay, Casemiro's gone down. There's another yellow card coming out here. Who's it going to be for this time? Well, it's going to be for Martinez. And he's off. Yeah. Because that's the second yellow card. And Sociedad already 2 goals down. Now a man down as well. They'll play the final 16 and a half minutes of this one with just 10 men. A second yellow card for Inigo Martinez. He's been their most booked player tonight. Before tonight, with 6 yellow cards, and tonight he's picked up 2 more. A real rash challenge as he swipes Casemiro there really high. Totally missed the ball, and he left the referee with little option really.
Well, it's a simple one, isn't it? The assistant referee 2 yards away. Simple decision to make. the right decision as well. Certainly another yellow, but on another day maybe in a straight red. But to be honest, he was never getting to the ball, was he? Just never got there. Casemiro felt the full challenge.
Free kick then from Madrid from the right hand side, whipped in towards Ronaldo this time and really off his line to claim.
Better by Rooney. I think he should use his hands more often, not particularly good with his feet.
What is it with these Manchester City goalkeepers who like playing out from the back? He was on loan from City at first, but signed at the start of this month for €7 million. Now, the problem for Zinedine Zidane here, already without a number of first teamers through injury. Ronaldo now seems to be holding his leg. Surely won't want to be taking any chances, especially with the Champions League on the horizon again. We can see if Ronaldo can recover. Real have only made one of their changes so far. They do have the highly rated youngster Mariano Diaz on the bench, the Dominican forward who could replace him. Isco and Asensio also there for Zidane to pick from.
Well, just looking at Ronaldo, I'm not too sure if he's hanging on to his left hamstring, so if that's the case then he is in trouble.
Shot coming in here for Sociedad, it was deflected, it was going on goal as well. Claimed by Keylor Navas. Hit by Rodriguez as he cut inside.
Comfortable for Navas, wasn't it? Deflected right-footed shot by Rodriguez, just more in hope than anything, but easy enough for Navas.
It just hit the foot of Danilo, which spun it high into the air. Real Madrid have two, they want three. Up against the 10 men now of Sociedad.
Ronaldo's okay again, he's off and running.
He is running around. Madrid coming forward down the right hand side, they're into the box here with Vasquez. Rodriguez getting back and doing well this time. Just able to watch the ball behind for a goal kick. Lucas Vasquez adamant it should have been a corner though. Let's see a replay of that, just seeing the claim again by Rulli a minute ago. And the problem for Cristiano Ronaldo was rubbing his thigh at first, holding onto the post and just holding up.
Just took a little knock, didn't he, when the challenge came in? Nothing that he can't deal with by the look of it.
Here comes Cruz from midfield for Real Madrid, cuts inside onto his right foot, lays it square. They're in again with Kovacic and tried the audacious back heel for Cruz, then carried on his run and he just wasn't there.
Just made the wrong decision there, Cruz. Ronaldo's made a great run to his left hand side. I would have thought the better option was to slide him in the way he is at the moment.
Sociedad, and going down is Carlos Vela. Free kick and a yellow card as well. Again, the referee with the sensible decision there.
Because Vasquez has got the yellow card this time, trying to get back into position. Just drug in.
Frustrating couple of minutes for him.
Yeah.
It's going to be a change here now for the home side. To see who it is who's going to come off here. Who's going to come on is going to be Isco. And the man to replace, it's going to be Kovacic, I think, and who scored the first goal tonight. It is raged through from midfield, kept his cool, was calm and just slid it under the goalkeeper. Wonderful finish, as you said, Clive. His first La Liga goal, and he's replaced in midfield by Isco.
Well, it was a good finish, and it was certainly at the time when the game needed a goal. Fair play to him. He gets himself into a great position from a lovely pass by Ronaldo. It's a good performance today.
Sergio Canales has been replaced here for Sociedad as well. They make their third and final change. He gets a warm round of applause there, the former Real Madrid player. And the man who's come on Esteban Granero, formerly of Queen's Park Rangers. Hasn't scored since 2012 when he netted for them against West Bromwich Albion. Didn't do too much in the Premier League in the end, has stayed here for a year or so. Went back out to Spain. Granero, he comes on here for the final 12 minutes. Sociedad just look to rest some legs. Do you think Sakristan will know this game is up for him now and it just maybe damage limitation with 10 men?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got to just accept it, isn't he? Just don't want to get annihilated by Madrid and see if they score loads of goals in this final 12 minutes or so. But to be honest, Madrid have not been at the races either today. They've not been at their best, should I say. And I think although they'll take the 3 points, you feel, and against 10 men that's pretty inevitable now, but I think from Zinedine Zidane's point of view, he knows there's room for improvement for sure. I think getting players back will be important for him.
They're not going to be with Gareth Bale for a considerable future. surprised if he plays much of the rest of this season, really. They're not expecting him back until April. Carvajal back mid-February. Modric has missed the last couple now with a hamstring problem. James Rodriguez out with a calf issue. Marcelo, the left back, with a hamstring problem. He'll need a bit of TLC in the coming weeks. But they can probably, in effect, chill out without them until the Champions League, you'd imagine. So they've got a couple of weeks to try and get a few of these back in.
Yeah, I think so, and I think someone like Modric is probably a very important player for them. At times in midfield, I just feel that they've lost their way a little bit today. The passing, the continuity hasn't quite been there. Toni Kroos probably could do with a Luka Modric alongside him a little bit more. Maybe that's the avenue they would want to go as Madrid come forward again.
Forward here, looking for Ronaldo. Yeramendi is back there to clear it away for Sociedad. 2 goals down, a man down as well after Inigo Martinez was sent off for his second yellow card. Here comes Ramos as he brings the ball out to defence for Real Madrid. Plays it back inside now for Kroos. Got a line of 5 attackers here, Real Madrid, all wanting to try and get in on the action. They try and find a third goal, but Sociedad will bring the ball away as we enter the final 10 minutes. Remember, for all the latest sports news, don't forget to listen to Sports Day every weekday morning from 7 o'clock here on TalkSport 2, and from 1 o'clock every weekday afternoon. Join Ray Stubbs and guests as they discuss the biggest stories of the day. And I'm sure tomorrow there'll be plenty of chat about the FA Cup, plenty of upsets across the weekend. Liverpool knocked out, and Leeds knocked out today by Sutton, the non-league side, on their 3G pitch. Manchester United going through against Wigan. Liverpool losing against Wolves. Newcastle knocked out against Oxford. Brighton losing at Lincoln. It has been a great weekend of FA Cup action. All the reaction to that coming throughout the rest of tonight on TalkSport, and tomorrow on TalkSport 2. 2 more Copa del Rey ties to come in the midweek as Atletico Madrid host Barcelona, the Vicente Calderón, and then it's Celta against Alaves on Thursday, both games starting at 8 p.m. Free kick here to Sociedad out on the right hand side. So they're trying to find a way back into this game. They're not committing too many bodies forward. Zurduza in the box, going to be taken out on the right hand side, maybe by Granero.
Just wonder if they got that little bit of quality. We haven't really seen that from them in open play. Not too many free kicks in this sort of position, so maybe this is an opportunity for them, maybe to get a consolation or get one back at least.
10 yards diagonally infield from the corner flag right hand side. Granero will whip this one to outswinger into a good area, but Navas is too easy for him. And the Costa Rican, unchallenged, grabs the ball out of the sky and rolls out quickly as Real Madrid try and counter through Ronaldo. Across the halfway line with Danilo. Vasquez has gone on past him. It's Danilo into Vasquez. 2 in the middle here for Real Madrid. Ball in. Morata's there. Morata! He gets his goal this time. He was denied by the offside flag a few minutes ago, but Alvaro Morata grabs his 6th of the season, and if the game wasn't over before, it certainly is now. Real Madrid grab a third. 8 minutes from time is the substitute Alvaro Morata, who grabs his 6th of the season. Real Madrid 3, Real Sociedad 0.
Well, it's the quality of the counter-attack, isn't it? Perfectly timed, great passing, good delivery into the box, lovely finish, but when they broke Real Madrid, it was 5 against 3, and you just thought Sociedad have left themselves wide open. Danilo does well initially. Vasquez gets into a good position, but it's a delightful cross, which is inviting for a player of Morata's standard. Just stoops in at the far post and buries it at the near.
Unmarked, maybe stand and head it first, but then it turned into a diving header. He what he had to do.
He just put everything into it. He's followed through with the header. But it's a great finish. It's a super goal, isn't it? The counter-attacking goal, perfectly executed.
That is game over. Morata, with his 6th of the season, scored against Sociedad back in April 2014. He got a late goal that day as well in a 4-0 win. And he scored again here for Real Madrid, doing what Karim Benzema couldn't do. Albeit he was unmarked there and had the freedom of the Sociedad penalty area, but it was still a very well guided header. Now there's going to be a final change for Real Madrid with 6.5 minutes left of normal time. The change is going to be the withdrawal of Lucas Vasquez, who set up that last goal on a yellow card. No need to risk him for the final few minutes. He's been a bit agitated the last few minutes or so. He comes off to a warm applause around the Bernabeu
Well, I think the one thing that, straight after you scored a goal, when you put in a cross like you did there, we talk about the quality of Real Sociedad in the final third. That's the difference. The difference is Vasquez has put the quality of the ball in, the quality delivery that you would look for and that you would expect from Real Madrid. It's the one thing that's gone missing from Sociedad at the moment.
Play forward here as Sociedad look for a way back into the game. It's over the top of the Real Madrid defence, but Vela not there ahead of Keylor Navas, who's going to grab a sixth clean sheet of the season here tonight. He's only kept 3 so far due to an injury. Here come Real Madrid again. Ronaldo looking for number 4, edge of the box. He claims he was blocked off there by the Sociedad defender. He looks towards the referee, sits with his arms on his legs and smiles and looks around him. He can't believe that he's been hard done by there. Maybe went down a little bit easily.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think he's tried to buy the penalty, hasn't he? I think he's almost lost control of the ball as well. He's got away from him. The referee again, to be fair to him, he's been pretty well placed for most of the decisions today. I think Ronaldo's first touch let himself down, and there's a bit of contact that I don't think it's enough to award a penalty. 2 players running into the same position.
5 minutes left here at the Bernabeu. Some fans have seen enough there going out. They want to be getting wet in the long queues to get home. Sociedad in possession here midway inside the Madrid half. It's Granero who plays it over, and it's knocked away just for a throw in right by the corner flag. It goes out in the quadrant of Casemiro.
Not sure what he was trying to do there, Casemiro. Really strange, but in the end of the day gets out of the danger area and everybody gets back into the right position, so can't argue with it. Just looked a bit ungainly.
Sociedad continue to pass the ball as they have done all night. They've still dominated possession. I mean, there can't be too many teams who come here to the Bernabeu and do this. They've had 58% of the ball. Obviously it's the goals that count, but some real good confidence and passing play from Sacristan's side, although I guess it depends how much of that plays in the final third, and they've given it away more often than not in and around the Madrid penalty area.
I think it's the one statistic that is very difficult to understand at times, possession, and I think it should be possession in the final third. I think if you did that, you might see statistics change completely.
Seeing a replay of that goal from Morata, and that all came from that free kick for Sociedad in a really good crossing position, and there was a slight groan from yourself because it was a really bad ball in, and Navas claimed so easily, and it came from that.
Yeah, and again we've just seen a ball in from Carlos Vela, who got into a wide area, tries to deliver early, just puts it behind the goal. There's no real excuses for the final pass that Sociedad have put into the box today. It's just happened from everybody. Obviously Vela's just come on, he's got used to it as well. I mean, it's just poor all round in the end, but they'll feel a bit aggrieved that they've lost the game. For parts of it they were pretty good, but just didn't have that final ball or final delivery into the box.
Just 3 minutes of normal time to go. I'll come to you, Clive, in a minute for your man of the match. Hasn't been a vintage performance by Real Madrid. See if there's a standout player in a couple of minutes' time. More blue seats appear as fans flood towards the exits. Sociedad playing out from the back here at the moment. Real Madrid have the ball back, but it's a poor pass. It goes beyond Nacho, and it's picked up now Prieto, the captain, feeds it infield for Asia Yeramendi. Real Madrid man feeds it down the right hand side now into the path of Saldua. 4 changes made by Eusebio Sacristan coming into this game, and they're going to be defeated here by at least 3 goals to nil. It's 8 goals conceded in 2 games. Is that a real worry, or can you just legislate for that against 2 of the best teams in world football?
Well, sometimes, that can be the argument. It depends on what they do next time around, and I guess for me, when that happens, it's back to the training ground. It's how much hard work you're willing to put in on the training field. If you put it in defensively, you can work things out.
In possession here. They've won each of their last 6 home games. It looks like it's going to be 7 in a row now. We've just got a few more minutes to see this one out. We haven't really had any stoppages at all in this second half. There haven't really been any major injuries. Players have managed to get back up after initial contact. We've got 90 seconds of normal time to go as a crossfield pass towards the run of Marco Asensio is overhit. Spanish under-21 international couldn't keep that one in play. Applause from Zinedine Zidane. As we say, it hasn't been a vintage performance from Zidane's side. Do you think he'll just be happy to get the 3 points and get some of those doubters off his back?
Oh, absolutely. I should think that's the one thing nobody likes, do they? People who doubt his tactics, his way of playing. And then, of course, they start questioning the players' individuality. And, the players have come through with a good win tonight.
Asensio with a wonderful piece of skill in the midfield. Ronaldo's in, but the flag's up for offside. The ball's in the net. And Real Madrid have had 2 goals ruled out now for offside. And Ronaldo with his familiar look of the guy who's been
shaking the head and the big grin, Now, to be honest, he's finished it well. It's a lovely early ball in. I mean, he is offside, but it's a tight call, but he is offside. It's well finished. I don't think he'll worry too much about it.
That was all about Asensio, though, in the middle of the park, rolling his man beautifully, taking it past Zulatutha and then Rodriguez afterwards to set up that move. We've got just 30 seconds left, Clive. Is there a player who stood out for you this evening?
Well, do you know, I wanted to give it to 2 players, and I was going to say Varane and Sergio Ramos, but I think I'd give it to Ramos, to be honest. I think defensively, we questioned some of the balls in by Real Sociedad have not been the best, but you've got to say the 2 centre-backs have been in great positions to deal with it. So sometimes you can be hypercritical about the way the deliveries come in, but sometimes against 2 defenders with the quality that they've got, I think, for me, I've just kept Sociedad at bay. I'd give it to Sergio Ramos, but Varane ran him close.
We're into 2 minutes of added time here at the Bernabeu. Those Copa del Rey ties to come on Wednesday and Thursday this week. Action at 8 o'clock on each night. John Anderson will be your commentator with Chris Perry on Thursday for the latter of those games between Celta Vigo and Alaves. Now it's just final few seconds to be played out here at the Bernabeu as Real Madrid get themselves another win. Back-to-back wins in the league, and despite this poor run, it's kind of 3 unbeaten for them in all competitions this week. Play here for Sociedad, throw down by the corner flag of Real Madrid, knocked out of play by Asensio. Madrid will bring it away now. Calm ball out from Ramos as he's done all evening. Maybe a chance for one more attack when the ball didn't have legs on it from Toni Kroos into Ronaldo.
Wrong choice of pass, wasn't it, at the end of the day? Not enough legs on the pass, but it's Sociedad now.
Maybe right at the end. Vela into the penalty area. Juanmi wants it. Vela back out to the edge of the area. The chance has really gone now. Vela
just lost his momentum. I don't know why he just didn't put his foot through it. Okay, it's a bit of a tight angle, but it's on his stronger left foot. Now Madrid on the attack.
Maybe a chance for number 4. Ronaldo down the left wing. He's got options in the middle. Morata's in there. It's Ronaldo, plays it across, trying to take it down there. It's the number 22 Isco, couldn't get the shot off. Kroos back to the left hand side. Ronaldo. Everyone's pretty tired here now. Looks like Ronaldo might try and do it himself. Twists and turns with the ball, plays it back out to Toni Kroos, and with 20 seconds to go that may well be it, and Kroos plays a low soft ball out to the left wing to just try and kill this game now and take any pace out of it. Nacho on the left wing, he still fancies something, tries a reverse ball forward, but he loses it. Sociedad have the ball back, and that will just about be time. Clive, your closing thoughts on this one as the full-time whistle is blown by the referee?
Well, I think from Real Madrid's point of view, obviously it's a good win. They needed the win after the results earlier in the day, and they've got what they wanted. It wasn't a classic performance by them. I'm sure they can do better, and I'm sure they will when they get players back from injury. I think from Real Sociedad's position, they gave it a go, and I think their fans will be happy that they at least tried to do something.
Full time then. Real Madrid with their 7th home win in a row in the league. Real Madrid getting the win they needed. Kovacic with the opener on 38 minutes, his first goal in La Liga. Ronaldo doubled things up on 51, a sublime finish from the Portuguese. He raced through on goal before clipping it over the advancing goalkeeper. 13 for the season for him now, and the substitute Alvaro Morata rounding things off nicely on 82 minutes with a lovely diving header at the far post. A lovely counter-attacking move by Real Madrid, finished off there by the sub. Full time here at the Bernabeu. It's finished. Real Madrid 3, Real Sociedad 0.